Welcome back. Let's consider different cases of LCM and HCF. Good. So there are some cases of LCM that you just look at the number that you can determine the LCM and the HCF. So it is not every time that you need to take pen to determine HCF. For example, if you have two numbers like 10 and 20, and you want to know the HCF and LCM. Now, what you will observe is that the smaller number can divide the bigger number. Good. In this case, if you have something like this, HCF in this case will be the smaller number, which is 10. While the LCM in this case will be the bigger number, which is 20. So these ones, you don't even need to hold pen to find the HCF and LCM. For example, 2 and 4. The HCF will be 2 and the LCM will be 4. For example, 8 and 16. The HCF will be 8 and the LCM will be 16. 100 and 1000. The HCF will be 100 and the LCM will be 1000. So those are simple cases of HCF and LCM. And in fact, if we have more than one numbers, let's say 3 numbers, for example, 10, 20, and 100. Good. What you notice is that all of these smaller number can divide the biggest. So if it happens like that all of the smaller number can divide the biggest, then HCF will be the smallest. LCM will be the biggest. So all this case, you don't need to hold pen to solve. Good. Let me now give you another case where it will involve co-prime numbers. Let's go. Numbers that are co-prime. Numbers that are co-prime. Good. For example, 10 and 13. These two numbers are co-prime. Why are they co-prime? Because it is only one that can divide both of them. No other number can go in both of them, taking them together. So it means, in this case, if you have the case like this, the same thing goes for, okay, let me do this one first. HCF in this case is going to be 1, since it is only one that can divide both. And LCM will be equal to the product of the two, which is 10 times 13. That will be 130. So these cases, you don't need to hold pen. Similarly, if you have 2 and 5, if you have 7 and 10, if you have 2 and 5, 2 and 5, HCF will be 1. LCM will be 2 times 5, which is 10. 7 and 10, HCF will be 1. LCM will be 7 times 10, which is 70. So all these cases, you don't need to hold pen. Now, other cases that are somehow harder. If the case does not involve the first two cases that I mentioned, then you will have to hold pen. For example, if I have 10 and 15. Good. Test case 1. Can 10 go in 15? No. 10 is the smaller and 15 is the bigger. No. That's the first case. First case fail. What about second case? Second case is, are they co-prime? Is the only one that can divide them? No, not only one. Other numbers can divide them. 1 can go, 5 can go. So in this case, you will have to hold pen. Or if you are smart, you can know that, you will later know that it is 5. Okay, but let's take the LCM and HCF. We can take them together on the same table. Good. Put 10 here and put 15 here. First of all, use what can divide both. Of course, 5 can divide both. 5 here twice, 5 here 3 times. So at this point, no other number. So this is where my HCF stops. This is where HCF stops. Then, to continue to get my LCM, I will still need to continue. So 2, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1. So this is where my LCM stops. So for LCM, I need to break it down to the lowest. So now for my HCF stops at the, at the first column. That's where HCF stops. So HCF will just be this 5 that we have here. And LCM will be the product of everything down to 3. That's 5 times 2 times 3. 5 times 2, 10. 10 times 3, 30. So these are the different cases of LCM. If you have more questions, you can drop it in the comment section relating to this. Thank you.